Omagyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksharum militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shcham Shirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatham Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishvari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priyam. Vanchakalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Banacharya. Yamuna Tira Banacharya. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanacharya Yamuna Tira Vanacharya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Premanandi, Hare Go, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. This chanting is very important. It's direct service to Krishna. Chanting his holy names is direct service because it is pleasing to Krishna. Now I'm going to share with you an anecdote about this importance of chanting Hare Krishna. Some few years ago, I was giving a lecture in Vrindavan, India, and one Russian devotee asked me this question: why Krishna like us to chant his name? Like, you know. And I thought for a minute, and then I explained that Hare in the Maha Mantra is Radharani. So when we say Hare, that is very pleasing to Krishna because she is the most beloved of Krishna, Praneshwari, his very life. And when we say Krishna, that is very pleasing to Radharani because he's most beloved for her. So by chanting Hare Krishna, we please both Radha and Krishna. And the Russian devotee said, but I never heard such explanation. I told him, me either. It just came to me, you know. But interestingly, I found it later on. I found it in a book by Jiva Goswami explaining exactly the same thing. I was surprised. I said, "Wow, Paramatma is real. He's in the heart. He's real. It's no joke. It's real. God is in our heart, and He's our best friend. If you are looking for a friend to share your thought, your sorrows, your problems, whatever." There is no better friend than Krishna. He's there, He is listening. He's listening to you. He's your best friend, not enemy, friend. So we shall be confident. We have in our life the best friend. Who can be better friend than Krishna? Why? Why is Krishna the best friend? Because He loves us. Prabhupada said that the moment we start loving Krishna, we will realize how much He loves us. How much He loves us. He created all this universe because He loves us. We wanted to enjoy separately as a very, kind father. Okay, try, I'm not going to force you to love me, serve me if you don't want. It's up to you. And once you get tired and worked out and finding no solution to life, then I'm waiting for you. That's so much patience, so much love. We can't find that. I mean, a great demon, Putana, she came to kill Krishna with poison. She smelled poison in her breath, in her chest. And what Krishna did? I mean, as soon as she was a very ugly, horrible witch, but she had mystic power. She transformed herself into a beautiful young girl. So nobody suspected anything. And she was sent by the demon Kamsa to kill Krishna. Baby Krishna was only 3 months old. So she had smeared in her breast very deadly poison, can kill an elephant in an instant. When Krishna saw her entering the room, he immediately closed his eyes. There are 3 reasons why Krishna closed his eyes. One reason, he was angry at her because she sucked the blood of many children, killing them. So Krishna was angry. He closed his eyes, I don't want to see her. The second reason was that he had to kill her because she's a demon. But in the way that it is prohibited to kill a woman, it's not allowed to kill a woman. So that's why he closed his eyes, because he had to do it. And the third reason is that he's playing the innocent child, doesn't do any harm to anybody, even a fly. So by closing his eye, he was giving her confidence. Yeah, small child I can kill easily. No problem. So she asked to hold Krishna in his arm, and very, innocently they allow her to do it. Immediately she puts her breast in Krishna's mouth to suck. And Krishna starts sucking the poison. Of course, he didn't die, he's God. No poison can kill him. And he started sucking her own life. And she felt that her life was going to leave her any minute now. So she ran out of the house trying to push Krishna away, but he grabbed her even strongly and was sucking hardly. So much so that he sucked all her life from her body. Then she assumed a horrible gigantic form and fell like an earthquake. Everything trembled around. And everybody came out to house running to see what happened. And everybody saw a little Krishna crawling in her chest like he didn't do anything. He didn't show his power to do it. He just remained as a child. So that's the beauty of the Vrindavan pastimes, that Krishna is acting like a child, like a human child. Now, what happened to her after that? Krishna gave her the position of a nurse, helper to Mother Yashoda. Imagine. She came to kill, and still he gave her an eternal position in the spiritual world as a mother. How merciful Krishna is. We can't find a more merciful Lord than Krishna. That's a fact. And who was she in her previous life? In her previous life, it is mentioned in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana that her name was Ratnamala, and she was the sister of Bali Maharaj, the king of the demons. But when she saw little Vamanadev, an avatar of Krishna, entering the arena of sacrifice, she felt so much motherly love. She was such a beautiful child. So innocent, so pure. I wish to have him as my son. So she had very strong desire, motherly love for him. And Krishna in her heart told her, your desire will be fulfilled. When we desire something really hard, Krishna will fulfill it, if it is a pure desire. If it is harmful desire to harm yourself, harm others, Krishna will not fulfill it. He will not do anything to harm anybody. Of course, we have free will. We have responsibility for our own action and desires. But Krishna, he wants the best for us. But then when Vamanadev, he was given charity 3 steps. he arrived to ask for alms. Brahmana playing the part, and King Bali was a great king. So, ask me anything you want. I only want 3 steps of land. Why so little? Ask me kilometers, house, grain, gold, anything you want. No, I don't want to be greedy Brahmana. I just want 3 square steps so I can make a kunda to make a fire sacrifice for Lord Vishnu. That's all. I don't need anything more. Okay, take. And when he did, then he took his Vishvarupa, his universal gigantic form. With his first step, he covered half the universe. With the second step, he covered the other half of the universe. And with his left toe, he pierced the covering of the universe. The universe has 7 layers, and each layer is 10 times bigger than the previous one. So it's earth, water, air, fire, all these elements. So he pierced through them, and the water of the ocean, spiritual ocean called Karana, the spiritual world, entered to that hole. And that became the river Ganges. holy Ganges. That's how the Ganges first came to heavenly planets, not this planet. This planet came later. One great king, he did of worshipping, Lord Shiva and Ganga Devi to please come here, and she came. Finally, she came, being pleased by him. So when he did these 2 steps, Ratnamala became angry at him. Oh, this boy took away everything from us. If I had poison, I will poison him. So these 2 desires to be mother and to poison came together in the form of Putana. But Krishna, being so kind and merciful, he took only the good part, the best part, So that's the way Krishna's personality is so great and so wonderful that he takes from us only the good thing and he frees us from the bad things. For example, somebody may approach Krishna for different reasons. He may be in need of money. He may be in distress and need relief. Or maybe just curious, want to know what's life about. What is Krishna's all about? What is there after death? Who I am? Maybe inquisitive, curious. And those who are looking for the truth. No? Remember, Lord Jesus said, seek the truth and it will make you free. And I was one of them, looking for the truth. I remember I was a teenager, and my parents wanted to send me to a monastery, become a monk or a priest. And I asked a priest, I read in the Bible that we are made in the image of God. Can you please tell me how God looks like? He told me, that's a mystery. Nobody has seen God. I thought, how he knows? Did he ask everybody in the planet? Maybe one person have seen God, or at least know how God looks like. Anyway, so I read in the Bible that Jesus said, there are more truth to be told, but you are not ready to understand. Look for the truth, it will make you free. So, okay, he's giving permission. You don't find it here, look somewhere else. So in my search for the truth, I started practicing yoga, became vegetarian, but still the truth was not revealed. In yoga they say God is energy, everything is one. You are God, I am God, everything is God. But the fact is, God is everything, but everything is not God. It's not a contradiction, because everything comes from God. But you can't worship the wall thinking it is God, or worship the dog. No. We worship the deity. That's the proper way to worship God, in His image. And this image is not material. It looks material. Everybody can see it. But the Spirit of God is in it. And if you really have devotion, He can even talk to you. So there was one incident in Los Angeles some years ago when Prabhupada was here. It was a very crowded temple. And one devotee was pushed, and he was next to Prabhupada, very close to Prabhupada. He was the same stature of Prabhupada. And he heard Prabhupada speaking softly to the deities. He was referring to them as Radha Madhava. And he was asking them if they were nicely served. The food being offered was nicely cooked, the dress and the ornament and everything else. And after a little silence, he said, I'm very, very glad to hear that you're happy or you're satisfied with the service of the devotees here, like that, no? And this devotee was so close enough he could hear all this. So of course he didn't hear what the deities answered him. So it's a fact that somebody who's really pure heart, he can hear, have conversation with the deities, not a status. It looks like made of stone or metal or wood, whatever, but the Spirit of God entered it. Because there is a ceremony, pure devotee asks the Lord to please come and accept our service, our love. Love means service, If you love somebody, you want to please the person. If he asks you, please bring me a glass of water, and you bring a glass of milk, no, milk is better for you. But I don't want milk, I want water. So that's, we can't just make up our one way how to worship God or serve God. No, we have to accept the process given by God Himself. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained, Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaje mam namaskuru mam evaishyasi satyamte pratijane priyosime. Think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer your homage to me. This way you will become dear to me and come to me undoubtedly, without any doubt. You will come to me. What means to come to Krishna? Means eternal life full of bliss, full of knowledge, forever. No more suffering. In this world we are all suffering because we have material bodies subjected to old age, disease and death. And that's why before we die we should know why I am suffering and what is the remedy. The remedy is not material. The remedy must be spiritual, because there is no material remedy for old age and sickness. They may discover some new medicine or to cure some disease, a new disease will come. Nobody was expected this pandemic and suddenly appeared and killing thousands of people. Why they couldn't check it immediately if they are so advanced in medicine? Because we are human, we are prone to make mistakes. We are very weak, and this material energy is very powerful. We can't fight it. If you're in the ocean fighting the waves, how long can you remain there fighting the waves? The best solution is get out of the ocean. So this is the whole idea, as Krishna's offering. No matter how hard you try, you can't be really happy in this world. Because this world is dukkha laya mashashvatam. It's a temporary place full of suffering. It's a fact. So what is the solution? Come to me. Abrahma bhuvanalloka punaravarti norjuna mamupetyak tu kaunteya punarjamma navidyate. Krishna say, from the highest planet to the lowest planet in this universe are places of death and suffering. But those who come to me, they never go back again. So that's Krishna's promise. And Krishna fulfills His promise. Not like the politician. They make so many promises and then maybe some of they fulfill, some not. Krishna's not like that. Krishna, whatever He say is true, because He Himself is the absolute true. What means absolute true? Is always true. Relative true means may change with the time. Maybe something true now, in a few years will be different. But no, Krishna is the absolute true because He's always true. He's eternal. He's full of bliss, full of knowledge. He's most kind and merciful to all living beings, because we are all part of Him. We belong to Him. The same way my hand belongs to my body. I don't want any harm to my hand. And what is the duty of the hand? To serve the body. Mainly by feeding the body through the stomach. So when the stomach is satisfied, the hand is also satisfied. Suppose the hand becomes mad and wants to enjoy the food by squeezing it. They'll never be happy. That's not the way for the hand to be happy. So in the same way, we need to understand that we are part of the center. Krishna is the center of everything, and we are part of that center. And the duty of the part is to please the center. And by doing so, all the part would be satisfied, happy. We have this body needs have some needs. Eating, sleeping, have a wife, a husband, or have a shelter, how to defense, how to defend yourself. But since we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, the question will be, what are the actual needs of the soul? We are trying to satisfy our needs, but we forget our real or spiritual need. And the soul needs three things: a spiritual shelter, a spiritual food, and a spiritual satisfaction, pleasure, anand. So how we can achieve to fulfill those spiritual needs of ourselves, because we are spirit souls. We are different from this body. When this body dies, the soul doesn't die. The soul is eternal. But because the soul is attached to matter and keep transmigrating, keep reincarnating, in the cycle of birth and death called samsara. But when one understands oneself to be different from the body and understand I am eternal servant of Krishna, so why I have to keep struggling, Better get out of the ocean. No matter how good swimmer you be, for how long can you fight the waves? You have to get tired at a certain moment. You will drown. But if a boat comes and want to help you trying to save her, you immediately catch it, Get on the boat. It's safer on the boat than in the water. Isn't? So in the same way, Krishna sent his pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada with a transcendental boat to help us get out of the ocean of repeated birth and death. So there is a special, very, very unique opportunity that Krishna is giving everyone in this world by understanding his teachings, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and by the good company of devotees, we can try to understand the purpose of human life. What is the purpose of human life? Once a reporter asked Prabhupada, what is the purpose of life? And to his dismay, Prabhupada said, the purpose of life is to enjoy. He said, wow, this is a spiritual guru. How can he say that? Prabhupada said, but you don't know where the real enjoyment is. You think enjoyment is in sex and drugs, alcohol, this. No, real enjoyment is in your relationship with God. You have forgotten that. That's a real pleasure. There's higher pleasure than material pleasure. No amount of material pleasure can satisfy the soul, because the soul needs a spiritual pleasure, because the soul itself is spiritual. But not knowing how to get this spiritual happiness, people are searching for happiness in this world. It's like somebody lost in the desert looking for water. And if somebody gives him a drop of water in the desert, will that satisfy him? No. He needs much more than that. In the same way, the so-called happiness in this world is like a drop of water in the desert. Can't satisfy you, no matter how hard you try. So, but better look for the spiritual happiness. Because the same way that nobody looks for suffering, but it comes. You're not looking for headache or toothache or stomachache, but it happens. The same way the material happiness that you're allotted to will come to you without too much effort. So what is actually worth it to look for is a spiritual happiness, because that's not from this world. It is real. It's not imagination. It exists. It can be experienced. But to experience it, you need a certain practice. And the practice recommended for this age is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti means loving service, and yoga, union. We can unite with God through loving service. The service must be with love. And the chanting is the most important activity. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said there are 9 processes, but the first 3 are the most important. Hearing, chanting, remembering about God, about Krishna. So that's why we come together and chant Hare Krishna. Because that's very important activity. And then what happens after you chant Hare Krishna? The heart becomes cleansed from dirty things. Like rain when it comes out down the sky is crystal clear, it's clean. But when it touch the ground, it becomes muddy. So you have to filter it to be able to be pure again. So in the same way, original consciousness is pure, it's Krishna consciousness. But when we enter the material world, then it is covered by, the dust, the mud of material consciousness. So this process is purifying process. Chanting Hare Krishna purify the mind, the heart. From what? From all bad things. The Indian Sioux, North American Indian Sioux, they have a saying that every human has in his heart a good dog and a bad dog, and they're always fighting each other. And if you want the good dog to win the fight, what you have to do? You have to feed the good dog and starve the bad dog. And that means feed the good thoughts and reject the bad thoughts. Of course, there is a special concession in this age, Krishna's, of course, kindness, mercy, that you don't pay karma for bad thoughts unless you do them. But if you have good spiritual thought, you get result as if you have done them. So this is a special mercy of Krishna. But if you keep thinking bad things, you end up doing them. So better stop them, reject them, and think of Krishna. And the best way is you achieve that is repeatedly chanting this holy name, this Maha Mantra. Maha is the greatest and mantra, mind and trial liberation. Free the mind from lust, greed, anger, envy, fear, and ignorance, illusion. This chanting has this power to do that. And when the heart becomes cleansed, then the love appears there, the happiness, the peace, the well-being we are looking for, the shelter we are looking for. So to hear about Krishna is feeding the soul through the ear. This is very important food we need. Of course, prasad is always very nice, of course, undoubtedly. But we also need food through the ear too. So, I would like to ask if you have any comment or question. Please do. We have a few minutes until 6 to do that. Yes. Please do.
How do you, practical question.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for getting over afflictions like a tendency to japa or gossiping or a tendency to fault find? How do we, beyond just chanting, which does its own work,
Yeah.
more specific suggestions for getting over these lower vices like gossiping and fault finding?
Yeah. That's the mic, so everybody can hear your question. If you don't mind repeating it.
Basically, how do you stop me from gossiping and fault finding beyond just chanting?
Very good question. How to stop gossiping and fault finding? By doing it. Once a devotee asked Prabhupada, I'm a very proud person. How can I be humble? Prabhupada said, by being humble. So how you stop it? Once a devotee went to Prabhupada and he said, Prabhupada, I'm leaving the movement. Why? Because so many devotees come to gossip and talk, finding fault with other people. I'm tired of that. Prabhupada said, well, also they come to me and speak all kind of nonsense. But I turn the conversation toward Krishna. You must become expert like me. Somebody come to speak bad of other people, you turn the conversation to Krishna. Like that. So we have to, and also we have to try to see the goods in others, There is always something good we can learn from everyone, appreciate from everyone. This fault-finding mentality is very harmful to spiritual life because we become proud, we think we are better than others, But we have to acknowledge our own mistakes, And we have to be humble and not be proud and find fault with ourselves, not with others. Hare Krishna. Yes, pass the microphone, please.
Krishna is all powerful, and I guess I don't know how to phrase the question, but why does he need us to keep praising him when he already knows that we belong to him anyway? Like, he doesn't have need for us, right?
No, but we have need of him. That's for true. That's for sure.
True.
So because we've forgotten him, we are suffering in this world. So he needs us to remember him in order to rescue us from this condition. That means Krishna doesn't want to force you to do something you don't want. But you practice devotional service, means hearing, chanting about Krishna, remembering Krishna. Then you develop the desire to go back to Krishna, to be eternally happy with him. So that's the idea. The idea is, don't be satisfied with this temporary life. We are not meant to live 50 or 100 years. We are meant to live forever. But we think this life is the all in all. And that's our mistake. We think we can be happy without God in this world. And that's why we are here in the first place. So we need God. God doesn't need us. He can create millions of servants in a second like that. But out of love, He's asking us, become devotee, chant my names. Because He loves us. Not because of, He needs our praise or anything like that. He doesn't. But it's out of compassion. He's asking that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. One time someone asked me, he was familiar with Bhagavad Gita. He said, I know Krishna says, always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination.
Yes.
You're a great yogi. But then he was thinking, I know if someone was always chanting my name, Greg, I don't see how Krishna is really enjoying that, because it would just drive me crazy, right?
Because you are not Krishna. There's a big difference between us and Krishna. We are limited to our body and mind, but Krishna is in the heart of everyone. He knows the feeling of everyone. And He likes to reciprocate, If I am thirsty now and I repeat the word water, 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 I become more thirsty because the water and the word water are different. But God is not different from His name. He's absolute. If we chant Krishna's name, we can feel His presence in our heart. We can feel the connection with Him. And he reciprocate our love. It's both ways. It goes both ways. So he's thinking that he's on the same level as Krishna. If I chant Greg, I will get tired and bored. But we've been chanting Hare Krishna for many years, myself for more than 50 years, and it's blissful every day, isn't it? So that's the difference between our name and Krishna's name. It's not on the same level.
So Krishna enjoys thousands and millions of people chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Well, I mean to say, what Krishna mostly enjoys is to call Him out of love. It's not just a mechanical process, It has to be feeling there also, The feeling is the most important thing. Prabhupada said, more important than the service itself is the attitude through which the service is offered. But still, even if you chant, inattentively, whimsically, whatever, still the benefit is there. Of course. Because if you take medicine, you don't know how it's going to cure whatever problem you have, but it still will work, even if you don't know. But if you chant with feeling, then I get higher result, better result, faster result. And what are the feelings that we should have when chanting Hare Krishna? Jiva Goswami recommend the feeling helpless, like a child crying for mother. A child who doesn't cry doesn't get breast milk. He needs to cry to attract mother's attention. So we shall feel needy, helpless, and cry for Krishna's mercy, Krishna's kindness. So in that way we show our sincerity or eagerness, and Krishna will reciprocate. Then you start having realization, spiritual realization. It's not enough just to know theoretically we're not the body, we're the soul, we are servant of Krishna. That's okay, but we have to live it, we have to experience it. To be part of our life, like something real, not something we do once in a week, but something we live moment by moment. We should become greedy like that for a spiritual growth, spiritual progress.
Is it also a little bit like a doctor when he sees the patient's taking the medicine? The doctor becomes pleased. Oh, this person's
Yeah. Sometimes the patient may go to doctor. Oh, you gave me this medicine, but it's not working. How many pills I ask you to take? 2. Then take 4. And if it doesn't work, take 8. So the medicine is the chanting of Hare Krishna, and the diet. When somebody is sick, the doctor gives him medicine and diet. So the diet only take food offered to Krishna, vegetarian food offered, and the medicine is chant. Our tongue is not accustomed to so much chanting. But if the person take the medicine, gradually become cured and start enjoying life. Because if you are sick, you can't enjoy life. You're sick bed, what can you do? You need to get cured first. So we are spiritually diseased, sick, and we need to be cured. And the medicine is chanting Hare Krishna and taking food offered to Krishna. That's the medicine and diet. And it works. And stop doing bad things like taking drugs, alcohol, and gambling, intoxication, illicit sex, all these things, meat eating. Give up all these bad things and chant Hare Krishna. You will advance very fast. Prabhupada said in 6 months you will have a spiritual enlightenment. Doesn't take too much long, but we have to do it in the right way to make it work, It is real, it's not imagination. Very good. If there are, yes, please pass the mic to Prabhu here.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Just a simple comment about his question.
Yes.
Do you think there are some offenses that a Vaishnava devotee should not commit to Harinam?
Some offenses that devotees?
There are some offenses that a devotee is not supposed to commit while doing Harinam.
Yes, there are 10 offenses to avoid while chanting the holy name of Krishna. We can give you a copy, you can study. And the most common of all these offenses is to chant unattentively. The mind gets distracted, goes here and there. And we have to make an effort to rectify this by trying to be more attentive to the chanting, to get higher result, better result in the chanting. Because when you do the effort, you will notice when the mind trying to slip away, so you bring it back. It's good for you. Here, Hare Krishna. Don't go away.
Sorry.
Yes.
Is it true that one's reality is a reflection of themselves?
Yes, the reality we are living is a reflection of what we have in our mind. Yes, it's true. Everybody sees the world according to their state of mind, their state of consciousness. No? A lusty man, he will see the world full of beautiful girls, for example. No? A drug addict, he will look, oh, drugs everywhere I can find, you know. So according to your state of mind, you see the world. No? Somebody who is Krishna conscious, he will see Krishna everywhere. Somebody may ask him, if God exists, what is God? The answer is, where there is no God, God is everywhere. But do you have the eyes to see? The eyes to see is the salve of love. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santassa daiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundara machintya guna swarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. When we have the salve of love in our eyes, we can see Krishna everywhere. We can see in our heart as the Sham Sundar, the flute player, the beautiful dark boy with peacock feather and yellow dress, his color of the rain cloud. It's not imagination, it's there described in the Holy Scriptures. So, yes, whatever our state of mind, we will see the world according to that. A materialistic person, he will see everything must be for my enjoyment. And a spiritual person will see everything belongs to Krishna. Everything should be engaged in Krishna's service. And that way he has no false ego to lord over material nature. He wants to engage everything in Krishna's service. Then that's mentality is the pure goodness. Otherwise, people are in the mode of ignorance and passion, running here and there, trying to exploit the energy. And that gives them distress, anxiety, suffering. You know, nowadays in the world, the most common sickness is anxiety. And according to the Ayurveda, 3 things can give you bodily disease. One of them is anxiety, overeating, and lack of cleanliness. 3 things that give you disease. So, to be free from anxiety, you have to have peace of mind. And how can you have peace of mind if you are not connected with God? If you are not following God's instruction? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for your nice questions and participation. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you.